is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and fucking survive. What is good, my team? Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and lighten up the mood up in here, right? Let's get this thing rolling. What is up with everybody? What is up? Throw those A's in the chat if you can hear your boy speak. Let's go ahead and get this thing started, man. Come on. Bring on the good vibes. Bring on the good analysis. Let's make some freaking cash in the market. Say some cash. Let's go. Kirby, my bro, already bringing it with the real ass dono, bro. Already. Oh, man, come on, man. I love you, buddy. Dude, thank you. Thank you so much for being so supportive to the Arca Bulls team, dude. I can't express enough of a thank you to you ever, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That means that we're going to be able to get not only the one that we were left over from the other day, right? So let's go ahead and just make sure that we have two lucky people winning the, the free month to the Arca Bulls trading team, right? So we're going to go ahead and allow two very lucky people to come in. But what is up, team? Very good to see everybody here today. I love to see it, man. Ian Tucker, what is up? Squirts, Kirby, I see you guys in there. Gray Man, Jason, what's up, guys? Really happy to be here, man. Jay Allen, what is up, guys? Gray Man, what's up? I needs money. Me too, man. I needs money. So Frank is saying, love the enthusiasm, some chart knowledge on Palantir and or SoFi. Oh my goodness. You know what? I remember that ticker was one of the ones that was ripping like freaking crazy, right? Which one was it? It was Palantir, wasn't it? Wasn't it that one that was ripping like freaking crazy, guys? Please, somebody tell me something, man. Somebody give me that news. Well, you know what? Why don't we just POTR, right? Why don't we just give it a quick look anyway? Yeah, man, I know Affirm was just a monster, right? You guys must have heard what was happening there, right? I think Affirm ended up getting that partnership with Apple. So this is why Apple and Affirm were just leading the market into like just Pluto, bro. Pluto, right? So looking at Palantir, right? We were noticing here just a couple weeks ago that we were on this like huge pattern, right? And this pattern was, it's an ascending channel, right? Usually pretty bearish with this channel, but I gotta say that it does have bullish properties, right? I know some people in here looking at this enormous cup and handle, right? Which could lead to some parabolic targets all the way up there to $40. But I gotta say, we gotta make sure to validate things like that first, right? Before we get a little too overexcited. Let's go ahead and just take a look at the parameters that we were looking at in the first place, right? So we were talking about Palantir just a few days ago, and we kind of initiated a potential entry signal down here, right, from a few days ago. So we said likely coming down to the area of about 2982 to 3010 to pick up long, and then eventually start looking at potential take profits within this range here as a number one area. Yes, we still have further upside targets to go. I think we can do a 3341, but it looks like we may have reached that already, or the 90% of that target, right? What's the continuation of this though? Well, let's look at the 4-hour time frame, see what it's got. Actually, with the looks of these three candles here, it looks like a bull flag in an even shorter time frame. There you go. It is a 3-hour time frame bull flag. So let's go ahead and just get that measured move out of the way for you, my brother, and then we'll go ahead and get the AMC GME started. I already put out a video on GME, by the way, guys, so make sure to watch that video already. If you want a more in-depth analysis, right, definitely go ahead and check that video out. Okay, guys, so with that said, let me just go ahead and continue this right here. So the target on a measured move for that bull flag breakout would be 3291. Okay, I want to make sure that you guys practice this with complete discretion. Make sure not to over lever. Make sure not to bet anything that's going to be for your family or something. Just be careful in the markets, guys. Right now, I gotta say, turbulent markets don't usually it doesn't really support the long holds or whatever, but unless you're doing like the mag 7s, right? If you're doing your Apples, your Nvidias, accumulating on the dips, that's always good, right? No problem. But when we're getting into the small caps, mid caps like these, right, borderline ones, these will tend to suffer a little more because they're more prone to getting that high volatility swing from the indices, right? So it's all good. But yeah, let's go ahead and identify now that the cycle, well, let's just come into terms that the psychological side of Palantir is looking like up, right? Good. All right, let's just go ahead and move on. and find out to see if volatility and momentum suggest the same. Already like what I'm seeing here, right? Huge upside thrust on that stochastic momentum indicator, showing us that upside momentum is now presenting a potential pullback, which could likely be within the 3085 to 3051. Let's pull up data cells here and find out what the stats are as far as the current time frame 3-hour ATR pullback. So that would be about a 51-cent pullback, right? And we're identifying here entry within 3051 to 3085, already within the range of a 3-hour pullback, since we are looking at this on a 3-hour time frame, right? So it is mathematically viable. Okay, so what I want to see here is potentially the 4-hour time frame or the 6-hour time frame with a straight upside pivot and volatility expansion still happening. Let's go ahead and check out that 4-hour. Right, 4-hour time frame, exactly what we're looking at, right? Huge upside pivot and definitely expansion starting, right? So this is definitely suggesting a continuation to the upside, but it's going to be some downside immediate short term. What I can't tell you is that if it's going to be able to survive, the pre-market time, right? So if you might actually get this downside price in the pre-market before a reaccumulation, and then meeting a price to where it closed post-market around that 31.20. All right, so yeah, it's looking pretty damn good. 6-hour time frame upside pivot. Hasn't seen the expansion just yet, but it needs to see it in intraday tomorrow. So this closure, it hasn't seen it just yet, right? So let's just go ahead and be patient and see what's up. 8-hour time frame upside pivot, breaking outside of the 15% critical contraction. Yep, it's looking pretty good, man. I got to say the upside here is more probable than not. Same with the 12-hour time frame expansion phase, breaking outside of 15% contraction, upside and crossover of the SMA 14 over the EMA 3 on that stochastic momentum. Daily time frame very much in contraction here, looking like a corrective pivot already. I think it's looking good, man. And I do think that you have a shot at getting up to the targets of around $32.92 to $33. So just heads up with the obvious resistance, right? Prior day high is going to be that 31.79. Get over those targets here, but remember, you're likely going to fake out first, right? Get that 31.79. Do not fake out. Bring this back to around 31.47 to around 31.35. Pick up long and break out and continue on to new highs. The range for that top end for you, buddy, will actually be around that 32.54 to about 32.91. Heads up on that target there. You're going to likely pull back from this and start validating a weekly range, right? Somewhere around that 31.97, roughly around that 31.77 gap right in here, right? So watch out with that, my dude. But very, very, very cool ticker. I know a lot of people have been talking about it. I'm not the biggest fan of Palantir myself, but very good to consider anyway, right? Huge potentials with this ticker if it does continue with broader market upside, right? But that is going to do it here for Palantir, guys. Make sure to give that video a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Do everything necessary to get this thing to pop off for real, though, right, guys? Frank, you're very welcome, my dude. I'm happy to help anytime, dude. So, guys, please make sure to do that for me anyway, right? And I want to go ahead and take a look at, you know what, why don't I get this suggestion from the chat right now? Chat, let me know. Should we do GME first or should we do AMC first? Let me know in the chat right away if you have an opinion as to which ticker you'd like for me to take a look at first. And I know I'm coming up to you right now in a little bit of an earlier session, but I think that's important because I would like to get over these tickers faster, present to you some other opportunities, and also afterward, make sure that I can get 2 lucky members to join the Arca Bulls trading team and have you guys come by for a free month where we trade in private, right? Every single day. So please make sure to stick around, engage with me. And more than likely, I'll be able to select somebody here. So, but very good to have everybody in here, right? So I'm already getting some suggestions over what could be happening. Guys, yeah, you know what? Scorch GME is talking about Max N, and that was a very, very interesting downside. Wow. Guys, that was so much downside on that ticker. It's insane. Oh, man. Well, you know what, guys? Why don't we do this? What I could do, and I'm not ignoring you, Courtney, not whatsoever, right? What I think I want to do is actually just get over GME real quick because I already put out that video, and that means that I could do it like, it felt terrible. And that means that I could kind of go over the criteria here for GME pretty fast, right? So I want to point out here that we are within the daily 50% retrace already, right? So if we just go ahead and measure that daily range with a simple trend line, right, we'll already be able to determine where that 50% is located. See this 2144 is right right in the middle of this candle here. So more notes for you guys to kind of take advantage of, right? I always talk about this, but I'm not sure that everyone notes this, right? So if you're going to talk about good habits, make sure to remember the tiny little rules that consist of the market that can help with identifying potential trends, strategies, all kinds of different things, right? Know that around 60 to 70% of the time you'll get 30 to 50% prior bar retrace. And that usually means that when you print one bar and leave it there, right, your next bar is likely, 60 to 70% of the time, to get a 30 to 50% prior bar retrace. So that means that it'll get, if it's like in the green up here, it'll probably retrace down. Or if it's in the red here, it'll probably retrace up, right? So things like that, right? Just some minimal strategies that I can kind of display to you and help you out with, right? So just make sure to keep those things in mind. I tend to give out little nuggets like that, little golden nuggets all the time. And this is what I used to do. I used to watch my favorite traders all the time talk, and I would note every single little nugget that they would leave behind, right? And I would just remember them and memorize them, right? And then also practice them and see if they worked out, right? But yeah, just a little bit of a tip there for you guys. So if you are someone who observes Arca Bulls here, and you observe me as, you know what, this guy's okay, he's not bad at what he does, definitely take into consideration some of the little golden nuggets that I leave out there for you guys. It's my pleasure to do it, and it's as a huge thank you to you for continuing to support the channel and watching the growth happen as it's in real time. So I love it, team. Thank you so much for being here. So let's go ahead and continue on with GME. So yeah, like I was saying, we could potentially see a 50% prior pullback. Yeah, that's like $21.44, but we're already kind of there, right? So that means here that we have a decision to make. First of all, how can we make the decision in the first place? How do we know if we're going to go upside or downside? The obvious things, guys. We have to point out the obvious things first. There is a gap in here, right? So for those of you who have already seen the video, please just, know that I'm going to give you guys a little bit more of information. Okay, so here is one reason, right? That's right, Jules. We have a gap right here, right? So that can either get us to support bounce from this zone of 2136 to about that bottom side of 2107, or we just bounce from that top end and continue our merry way up because we're already at 50% that gap. So what about we take a look at volatility and momentum, right? Let's go ahead and pull that up right away so that I can show you. But I mean, if you guys want to shortcut your range, you can always watch that video, right? But no problem. Take a look at this 3-hour time frame, very similar to what we were talking about in Palantir, right? Just like that. And this was a huge run today, guys, by the way. I mean, we're talking about a 10.41% upside move overall today, all the way to that 22.45. That's pretty damn impressive, considering GME's range was nowhere to be found above $1. So now the ATR daily is expanding to $1.24. So it is getting pretty volatile. You can see it here displayed on linear volatility. It is absolutely expanding, right? Very good stuff. When we're getting volatility expansion, it just means that more people are buying and shorting the asset, right? There's more attention, more volume, right? So when it's contracting into these lows right here, that usually means that there is very little buying or selling, right? No interest right in there. So I was talking about this for quite a while, right? A few days back, I was telling you that, from this huge contraction zone in so many different time frames, a huge move is likely to happen to the upside or to the downside, right? So what I want you to notice here is I want you to notice first that I want, me personally, the hour, the bi-hourly, and maybe the 3-hour to have a huge upside thrust with a pullback. Why do I ask for that? I want that 1, 2, and 3 to show the huge upside with volatility and a pullback because I want to get long the asset, right? Remember, guys, this is speaking in general terms. I have already promised you that I'm not going to long GME or AMC or short it in order for me to maintain a clean bias for your analysis, right? This is me to you, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at that hourly time frame. Are we getting that pullback? Yes, we are. Are we getting the bi-hourly pullback? Yes, we are. Huge expansion, by the way. 3-hour time frame pullback about to happen with expansion. Now, as we jump into the 4-hour time frame, that 4-hour time frame is my minimum time frame for a clean upside with volatility expansion so that I can determine a probable 2-day upside, right? Let's take a look at that 4-hour. Nice. Very, very, very interesting upside breaking into the bullish control zone. EMA 3 sitting in the gravitational point as well. Take a look at the expansion signal right now, right? We're getting that expansion on a 4-hour time frame. This is great. What I'm looking at here is immediate short-term downside before reaccumulation towards the upside. The 6-hour time frame should also be saying something similar. This is very little upside expansion right now, which means that the 6-hour time frame may not have it just yet, but the upside should be there on Stokes. It is. Check it out. Very, very nice, promising upside pivot on Stokes. Very great posturing. And if we can see this very carefully, you can see that it's already kind of shifting right here, right? We're getting expansion into the 6-hour time frame. The cascading time is happening, guys. We are absolutely looking at the domino effect happening from the earlier time frames into the larger time frames, which could have GME move up even more, right? There could be some further upside moves. Yes, Jules, that upside on the 4-hour is a beauty, right? So guys, let's go ahead and continue on the analysis and see what's up. One more thing that I want to give to you guys is this formation here. Usually when you have this kind of formation like this, you have a lower low, right? From this section here, and from this lower low, you create a higher low. This marks off a pretty damn bullish formation. This bullish formation here, kind of double bottoming on a regression. This will usually lead. I'm not going to tell you that it is going to happen because you guys, there's always room for manipulation and whatever else, right? But usually this type of formation here, double bottoming in the way that it is, suggests a 100% pullback to the prior range high. Our prior range high, it's up here at around $30, right? So I just got to make sure that you guys are aware over the things that I'm observing, okay? I'm not saying that it's gonna go there. I'm telling you that that the formation suggests that, okay? Let's just keep positive. Let's just make sure to be, tremendously patient here and make sure not to have any type of, let's make sure not to have any type of FOMO is what I'm trying to say, okay, guys? Anyway, let's go to the 8-hour time frame, see what's up. 8-hour time frame, beautiful, beautiful signal. This is actually what I want to see when I backtest volatility versus momentum. 8-hour time frame, massive expansion, break out of that 15% contraction, upside pivot on that fucking Stoke. Look at the 12-hour time frame. This one is magical as well. Upside bias on stochastic momentum, breakout from that 15% of guys. These are 2 time frames with absolute massive signals, right? The daily time frame, I think it's about to do it. Check it out. Tomorrow morning, I expect the volatility to expand beyond the 15%, this moving average, right? It should expand beyond the 15%, thus firing the signal for a volatility versus momentum setup. And this should be showing us a curvature towards the upside even still. Guys, the daily time frame of GME is about to fire off a signal, and it's one that I want to backtest for everyone here so that we can have the higher probability upsides, okay? This is absolutely powerful, what I'm observing here. I definitely love it. All right, guys. So now that you got all those details, right, let's just go ahead and take a look at the targets that we're expecting for GME, right? This is what I am looking for, right? So guys, for those of you who are not familiar, right, I am a trading instructor, so make sure to give me a shout at ArcMastersCourse@gmail.com so we can get you into the beginners charting and trading mentorship program, right? I want to get you in there so that I can show you the strategies, the exact method to the madness that I'm doing right here, right? Day in and day out, you guys see that the Arca Bulls are putting in their targets and they're happening, right? So I want to show you how to do that. Reach out to me as soon as possible and I'll get you enrolled. I'll pass you over the syllabus and the disclaimer and everything pertinent to the course and even the advanced courses as well. Anyway, these are the targets here, guys. Immediate short-term time frame pullback. Remember, I am not talking about a continuation to 2014. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and get this deleted because that already happened today. It's not an impossibility. I'm just telling you that it already happened. That was part of our play, right? What I am looking for, however, is for us to gain entry anywhere between this zone. Of course, we spoke about that 2136. It's a gap there, but in reality, I'm actually looking for the 2126, okay? And if we fail that 2126, the gap actually finishes at the prior bar open, right at that 2107, right in here. That means 2108 or 2107, right? I'm got to give you a little bit of leeway there. To about $20.93 for potential entry. That means that your immediate short-term time frame, take profits could be located right about there at $21.98 and right about up there at $22.40. But I will say that the signal that I'm catching here, guys, and I am going to backtest it. I'm going to put it together and I will display the results first to the Arca Bulls trading team, because that's where we're trading every single day together, right? That they're usually the ones to hear anything from me in the first place. So for those of you who are curious, right, make sure to join here, as these links are probably going to expire very soon, and these allow you to just pay a one-time fee to be one of the team forever, right? Without having to worry about that $10 a month thing, $9.99 a month, right? So make sure to hit that link, guys, if you want that opportunity to join just one shot, right? But I will be displaying the results here, the statistical back test, right? So I'm going to give you guys the bell curve. I'm going to calculate the standard deviation for the pullback from the daily time frame, and I will also calculate the upper bounds of the first, second, and third standard deviation, more than likely for the 12-hour time frame and the 8-hour, maybe even the daily, right? So we're looking at 3 massive back tests and 3 areas of potential confluence, right? So we'll figure that out together. We'll see what's up, but just make sure, guys, to practice very carefully. I'm personally not going to long this. I'm just going to put down all of the analysis here for just so that you guys can be able to, gain the higher probability here. I really would like for you guys to get an opportunity to maybe get into the money, pull out some profit, and then trade the financial markets a safer way, right? Because sometimes GME and AMC, these tickers can be a little difficult, but I will say there's a lot of promise within GME. There's a lot of promise within the other tickers too. I just, I hate the dilution. I hate the freaking, I hate Adam Aaron, man. This guy over there just talking his shit all the time. Like, I don't want you guys to be part of that stuff, right, guys? But anyway, I really appreciate everybody for coming on out. These are the targets here that I'm presenting to you for GME. You already heard that this could be a complete 100% retrace type of formation, right? But we definitely need to get over and close at least a daily time frame above 2311 in order for us to continue that upside, right? So please make sure to observe that right there. 2311. That is back. I'm back. There was just a little bit of an issue there with audio, but we are good. Let me just go ahead and remove my effects and we should be good to go. Just a moment, team. Hold up. My dude, it's actually, it's not a technical difficulty at all. It's actually my son under my desk and he just pulled it. He just pulled the plug. You best bet I dove in there like if I was some kind of Navy SEAL, right? I went under there and I just immediately noticed it, connected it. I'm back in here with all kinds of reverb on my end. So let me just go ahead and get this God voice out of the way for me, right? You might not hear the reverb on your end, but I will. Let me just get that out of the way because it's super distracting. It sounds like I'm going to show you what it sounds like, by the way, right? So, okay, I just turned it off on my end. What I'm hearing on my end is this, so you can understand, right? This is what I'm hearing on my end. After having to reboot the audio, this is me, like in the effect that Harry Potter uses to speak parcel tongue. You know what I'm saying, guys? But suck my balls! We are here. Let's go ahead and get this thing back into the norm and get this analysis rolling and rolling. But guys, apologies for the weird confusion audio, but we are here and we are definitely all dirty from the dive into the ground and sweaty, right? So I told my son, get out of here, come here, right? And he's like, what? And I was like, bro, you just done pulled the cable. We out here though, man. We are good now. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, man. That was just insanity, bro. Somebody just said, the PV Quick Shot inside of the trading team said, bro, you are muted. I straight dove in. You know what, man? But we are here and we are still going, man. I noticed that the audience actually stayed. No one actually left, but we are damn good and we are good to go, right? So next ticker, man. Let's go ahead and take a look at AMC, right? So let's go ahead. That's it. That's him right there. That was him just yelling, right? He's like, why are you getting me out of the bike? He's 4 years old, guys. He don't know nothing, right? If anything, we owe him cash, right? He's like, bro, give me your cash. Give me your cash. I'm hungry, right? But we're good now, team. We're back at it. Anyway, so let's go ahead and take a look at AMC and see what's up. Or did I finish actually GME? Man, that shit knocked me out of the fucking park real quick. Did I finish GME? Throw an A in the chat if your boy finished GME in the fucking first place, man. Let me know right away if I did. Jules is saying I did. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hold on, just a second. I'm gonna do something right here. I'm gonna do something right here for the team, and I will say that I'm gonna just because of take it as an apology. I'm not joking, by the way. Check this out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and allow 2 random people to join the trading team. So Frank Zara, I want to make sure that you can hit that link in the chat right now so you can come by to the Arca Bulls trading team for a free month. And Chachi, who the hell are you? Chachi Originals, hit that link as well. Make sure to come by to the Arca Bulls trading team for a free month with us. I want to see you guys in there. I want to see you guys come by and say what's up and chill with us while we're, trading the financial markets every single day, right? So this is with me, some of the analysts, and the rest of the team, right? So come on by. Really happy to have you guys. Make sure to hit that link. As soon as you get into the Arca Lounge, make sure to mention who you are from YouTube. You're already there? Nice. You sent me an email just right now to confirm? Oh my goodness. Wait, so let me, hold up. Like an actual email? Like, right now, I'm not really getting too many pings on the email side of things, right? But we are good. Let me see what's up, right? Are you already like a previous member, or are you a member like as of this exact moment in your life? You know what I'm saying? ECAT saying Nvidia. We're about to get into Nvidia as well, guys. Just gonna cover AMC real fast, and we'll get this thing moving and a moving. Oh, that was you. That was you for the first payment on Discord. Got it. Okay. So, mention me in the Discord right now. So please go ahead and go into the Arca Lounge and mention me. Say Arca, Chachi here, and I'm about to get you in there because I remember the whole conversation. I remember what you asked for. So let's make sure to get you in there. And also, Frank Zara, make sure to create an account, or if you're not already inside of the the Discord platform, make sure to come on by anyway, right? And let's see. Yeah, it's in the lounge, guys. Make sure to mention me in the lounge, okay? And where am I? Here we go. I got to get back to the trading team, and I got to get back to you guys to observe AMC, and we'll get this thing going, right? Jason is saying, all hail Chachi. Let's go. Good times indeed up in the trading team, right, guys? So please remember that as soon as you get in, I'm not going to be over once we finish this analysis, right? Likely we're going to have the after party, just like we always do, just like we always hang out, right? And then we'll continue observing the markets further and further. So for now, let's go ahead and continue. Let's go ahead and continue the analysis here for AMC, right? So AMC looking pretty damn juicy here on a 4-hour time frame. Upside probabilities already looking like they're kind of stacking here, right? Nice. Very, very freaking interesting times here. Let's see that 3-hour time frame up. It's a little questionable, but still has that upside bias. Yeah, so okay, hourly time frame, bi-hourly time frame downside. That means that we could get an opportunity to long the ticker if we even wanted to, right? 6-hour time frame, that's where it's at, guys. Take a look at the firing of the signal here on that. Wait, Frank Zara, how the hell are you locked out? What did you do, right? Did you cuss somebody out and one of the moderators got you out or what? Make sure. Yo, be careful. Be careful. Be nice to him. He's going to bite you. Damn, dude. My boy is just not having anything right now. He's like over there tormenting dogs and taking audio out. My bro. Man. Did you hear the dog? He was like, wow, wow, wow. And I was like, bro, he's going to bite your ass, man. Damn. All right, so Frank, what the hell are you doing over there? All right, who did you kill? And why did you get killed? Stop getting banned. But anyway, man, let's see. I'm a night trader. Job doesn't allow watching market closely during the day. Man, that's why you use me as your podcast, bro. That's why I'm your entertainment channel in your left earbud, right? Or AirPod. But anyway, man, okay, no problem. I understand. I'll go ahead and just present the opportunity to someone else to join the trading team anyway, right? But Frank, it's open to you anyway, okay, buddy? Really appreciate you for hanging out here. Really appreciate for you saying hi to the family in the first place. But let's go ahead and continue on to the analysis here with AMC. So upside continuation, guys, is very likely here within the 6-hour time frame. I am saying that the immediate short shows some type of a pullback. I will identify that with you shortly here. But this signal here, breaking outside of that critical contraction, 15% of linear volatility with an upside bias, EMA 14 crossing above the shorter time frame, EMA 3, very, very, very specifically bullish within this time frame here, right? Let's look at the 8-hour time frame and see how that's looking right now, right? So let's go ahead and see that. We have the upside bias with that 15% about to break, and look at the momentum indicator. It's about to get that shift shortly, right? It's looking like we may actually get that continuation to the upside as soon as we can get some more upside momentum in the pre-market, right? So if we can get that pre-market upside, then it'll be okay. I got to warn you about something though, and this is what's signaling the potential pullback. These 3 long wicks towards the upside, okay? When you get long wicks towards the upside, that usually means that we can get some weakness in the market, right? That means that the bulls are kind of exhausted. They're not really getting the upside that they want, but that doesn't mean that that doesn't mean that it's over. It just means that we need to pick up bulls a little bit lower to a demand zone. Okay, so if we're going to identify a demand zone, first of all, let's go ahead and look at the daily time frame here. In fact, I'm not going to do that because the daily time frame is a 50% pullback towards the upside, and that's likely to resist somewhere around 486. So if I were to say anything here, I think that the 486 target would be the first one to likely reach somewhere along the lines of this, right? We're going to get that 486, which is already confluent to this trend line that we've had there for a while, and also the 50% of our range. Then we'll get that pullback and bottom out right at about this area here of around 476 before an upside, right? Let me see that 476 because it's got to be a zone, okay? Don't focus on the individual singular targets, right? That's gonna kill you, right? Make sure to observe it like this. Make a zone out of it, right? 471 to 476 potential bottom before a continuation to the upside, okay? Already, statistically speaking, we're looking at a potential retrace of that prior daily bar towards the upside anyway, right? So all good. Next, let's just make sure to mark off the receipts here so that you know exactly what's happening in the broader markets, right? So that's that 471. This is that 476. And we're within this range right here. I'm not looking at it as a potential range to take profit. In fact, I think price action may come back and test. I'm going to get this out of the way anyway, right? So let me just get this out of the way. And I would say that price action is likely to revert back into this area here. But I think I'm going to use this as a 50% range, right? So something along the lines of this is what I'm expecting, right? There you go. Using the wick top here, 50% of that pink line that we had there. I think that our take profit here for an immediate short-term play would be 495 to about 502. But I will say this, the 6-hour time frame firing off this kind of signal here, if it starts bleeding officially into that 8-hour, which then is going to bleed into the 12-hour time frame, that, you guys, that could lead towards a more volatile upside towards for AMC, sorry. Remember that we already had the signals. We have to pay attention to the markets, guys. The signals were already there for an upside. We got that 526 top, right? We were already expecting that potential upside before it happened. But remember the Hindenburg bearish hit on SMCI. SMCI also put out that they're not going to be able to, they needed an extension for their earnings, right? Then we have Klarna, right? Klarna is putting out that they're going to be able to replace, one of their AI chips is taking the job of around 700 people in their workforce. So that means that they're going to be able to cut their workforce by a few thousand. That because of AI, right? So you're thinking, then why did Nvidia, capitulate? Well, if we're starting to think about the capitulation of Nvidia, which affects the entire market, right? The entire market, literally everything within the S&P, within the NASDAQ index, guys, right? That's big tech. So it'll bring all of it down. This is why AMC suffered. This is why GME suffered. This is why everything suffered. Okay. Klarna is saying that they're going to be able to use more AI chips. Yes, good for Nvidia, but also bad for Nvidia. How? Guys, if we are eliminating companies, then that means that potential clients or existing clients of Nvidia may also get eliminated. So this puts an obscure vision to the future of AI within the markets as well. So there's present weakness and there's present fear, right? We need to price that in. But guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Nvidia is Nvidia. That thing is not going to go anywhere. Come on, guys. We're growing at about a 30% rate quarterly, and they were expecting a 24% rate annually, right? This is insane upside on Nvidia. And also, guys, the partnership with Affirm and Apple. Apple, you guys know already, Apple is the heaviest weighted by market capitalization in the tech sector, right? So Apple's leading towards an upside right now. That's likely going to have us continue that upside, guys. Be clever about how you observe the markets. Understand that there are market dynamics that could absolutely affect our positions too, right? So I love that you guys are able to kind of chill here with me right now. I know that it's still within the later time frames of New York, so I appreciate the East Coasters for coming on by and saying hi to us, right? So I really like that you guys came on out. So let's just make sure that we can continue our analysis here within the fundamental aspects as well. Guys, remember, we're going to be expecting, I think, PCE coming out pretty soon, right? We also have to look forward a potential rate cut, a whole bunch of things, guys. The markets are going to be pricing that in. We're still in that process. Lots of things to price in, okay? So remember, AMC's play. Here are your receipts. Potential bottom side leading towards 476 to 471 for potential reaccumulation into the 495 to 502 target. Also, remember the 6-hour, 8-hour, into the 12-hour setup and firing of the signals, which means that AMC could actually see further upside to start testing that 526 yet again. I'm not going to say this is going to be immediate. Remember, AMC is running a 23-cent average true range. That is actually not that volatile, but also it's within a $4.86 asset, right? So, not bad. This, I do think that could be an effort of around a week and a half to 2 weeks. So heads up on that, right? Make sure to I am suggesting that I am more on the side of the bulls, right? But I just want you guys to be careful moving forward, right? So for those of you that are very curious, we need to take a look at how AMC and GME, even FNGR, like somebody's asking me in there, right? We need to see the continuation for those tickers via the ETF, right? Or the indices. So let's go ahead and take a look at the SPY real quick. Right, here's the SPY's range. Take a look at the opening on the day. Actually, let me just make sure that we did open down there. So the day opened today at around 560.33. Let's pull back to the hourly time frame. So 560.33 was the opening for today, right? Right about 560.33. I guess right around here, right? We made an upside move on this to around 563.64, which, by the way, completely made a new high from the prior day's high at the pre-market, which was just outstanding anyway, right? So you can see already that it was an over-exaggeration. Whatever happened within the broader markets was an exaggeration, over-exaggeration. So the markets pushed up, but it's okay. We came back down and double bottomed at that potential open as well. So what does that mean for us? It's looking like a dead cat bounce, but I gotta say that these dead cat bounces, when you're creating a new higher low like this, typically tend to fail. Okay, so I'm not gonna say that it is gonna fail. I'm just gonna go ahead and read momentum and volatility to have that tell us the tail, right? Let's just find out that. 15-minute time frame in critical contraction with absolute consolidation there, sideways trading. Wow. 10-minute time frame, sideways trading within that consolidation, within that critical contraction too. 30-minute time frame consolidation. Holy crap. Let's see the bi-hourly time frame. Downside in the bi-hourly time frame. There you go. So I do think that the bi-hourly time frame is giving us a suggestion towards the downside, but notice that we're contracting. So that doesn't mean that we're increasing the rate towards the downside. We're not hitting the throttle towards the downside. We're facing a downside by technical aspect. So that means that there could be a limited downside. And if I were to put a number on this, let's just go ahead and see what the daily even looks like, right? First of all, daily time frame closing right down here at 558.35. That means, remember, 60 to 70% of the time you'll get a 30 to 50% prior bar retrace. That means that 50% of that prior bar is 560.29 on the SPY. There may be some upside here, right? Okay, so we're identifying now that naturally we may be getting an upside just by statistics. Okay, cool. So that means that we have a limited downside, guys. I'm trying to read it to you, right? So let's go ahead and put those downside targets into perspective here. Get rid of all the drawings and just keep this thing damn real, right? So let's do that right now. Here we go. So if we're going to use the downside on the daily time frame, since we're already pretty damn close to that wick bottom that usually happens, we'll come back down to face that wick bottom, and then we could get a bounce to the upside. I will say that I would be very careful with expecting targets to reach the absolute wick bottom at 557.18. Why? Because of these two wicks right here. These two. They're landing right at about 557.33, which means that you can get caught without entry and a bounce, right? So just heads up on that. The entry criteria in this could be very, very interesting, okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and take into consideration our 12-hour range as well. So I will say that I think that the entry criteria would be 557.97 to about 557.33 for a potential long. Also, the 12-hour time frame, sure, huge shooting star formation, but built out of anxiety in the markets. This can also get its 50% retrace. That 50% retrace is located right at about this point right here. We're going to use the confluence of candles, okay? Right in this area. Just like this. You see how it all rhymes, right? You have the wick low here. You have the closing of this candle here, wick low there. We have the closing of this candle here, opening of this candle here, closing of this candle here. We have the opening of this candle here, closing of this one, wick high. You see it, right? That's why I can be able to point these things out for you, right? It's just simple, guys. No problem. So let's go ahead and put our receipts down for a potential take profit in the earlier time frame for a potential, like a scalp momentum play. Call it whatever you will, right? It's just for you to kind of benefit from. So potential entries could be located down there, 557.97, 557.33, right? So let's just go ahead and mark it off just like this here. And what we're going to do is get rid of these yellow lines so we can keep it a little more concise. And so this is that potential play. A 3-point move to the upside can be a 30 to 50% options play, long calls, right? Heads up. I would not start puts right away on this, right? It's not that big of a range, so you can lose on your IV. I do think that the SPY pulls back to 557.96 to 557.33 before an upside 50% prior bar retrades, 560.29 to 550, 560.75. Let's take a look at the volatility versus momentum on this immediate short hourly time frame. Yep, already getting a corrective pivot on that, right? Let me see the 30-minute and 15-minute even. Yeah, so these were, there you go. You're starting to get some immediate short-term time frame volatility upside with expansion and upside bias in the gravitational zone of stochastic momentum. Let's see what else we have, right? So let's see. Let me go deeper and deeper and deeper here. Yeah. So, one more thing. 3-hour time frame is decreasing volatility and bi-hourly time frame is decreasing. But let me see the data cells and see how far that can pull back for you, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at that now. Current time frame is around $2.36 of a pullback, right? We're sitting just at about 559 right now, and we're suggesting a 557.33. Mathematically speaking, that does make sense, and it also would fake out or false breakdown, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we had some type of a wick low before a continuation to the upside as a shakeout. Okay, guys? So watch out with that, okay? There's also a bi-hourly gap in here that we can use as absolute support. There's a gap right here that we can use as the bottom of support. Huge wick to the bottom side that we can use as support, all that stuff, right? So the likelihood of bouncing from the 557.33 is pretty high, okay? SPY looking not bad. I do think that this can happen within the after hours or actually within the pre-market hours. Euro open into the early pre-market. That could happen right around there, right? So heads up on that bottom side before reaccumulation into the 560s, right? And maybe even beyond, depending on how the signals start to fire here. Because yes, volatility expansion, 6 hour upside pivot in gravitation of the stochastics, 8 hour time frame expansion with a corrective pivot. Guys, there is still potential for the SPY to continue into further upside targets. Please be very careful, all right? Because you know me, I am short biased, but I am also understanding that the short sellers should not overstay their welcome here, because it was just an overreaction on an asset that had killer earnings, right? So just watch out with that. It doesn't feel like it's going to continue. Make sure to watch out with that, okay, team? Great. So now you know the targets here and the receipts for, you know what? Let me color it different here for you, right? I'm just going to go ahead and make sure to color this thing red and have you observe those targets just like this, right? It's just off by a cent, no problem. Here you go. We're expecting this kind of move here. What I'm doing here, guys, is exactly what I do in the after parties with the trading team, right? I usually give them the plays like this. We observe the probabilities. We go through options flow, fundamental catalysts, anything necessary to get us an edge over price action for the following days, right? So after this is done, I do something like this, right? I'll go ahead and take a screenshot of this, and I'll paste it inside of the Arca Bulls trading team, Arca's plays for the week, right? So when I paste that, everybody is aware over what's happening, right? So for example, right, I just want to give you guys the idea here. So this is kind of like what we're observing here, right? Within the Discord, right? This is the AMD play. This is Nvidia play, Carvana play, SPY play, you know, Affirm play, all that good stuff, right? So this is the Affirm play that we were suggesting for potential entry within that 2991 area, right? This was the entry signal, and the take profits were above. Of course, right here was one of them. Overall take profit was 42.46, and those of you who know what happened to Affirm know what happened today. And this was pasted on August 25th, right? And we are on the 29th right now. So just so you can see, guys, that we are posting up plays here all the time. What I'll likely do is I'll paste it just like this. I'll do what was it? SPY, right? And I'll at everyone within the trading team. I'll go ahead and paste that image, and I'll share it with everyone just like this. But this is for the trading team only, right? So make sure to, just the links are in the left, guys, if you want to just join it for one shot, right? And you could also go to the server shop on a PC if you're on an Android phone, or if you're on an Apple phone, just go to the server shop and it'll allow you to join on a marked up price though, right? So watch out with that, team. This is the SPY play already put up, so please be careful and be aware over what the markets can do. Let's go ahead and take a look at Apple real quick, right? Why don't we take a look at Apple and see how that's moving the markets thus far, right? So you know what? I did put together did I actually put this together? Yeah, I did, right? So Palantir, we were suggesting, let's see. And was this the one? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and touch back on this as well. But yeah, let me take a look. Yeah, let me take a look at Apple first, right? I know ASTS was another play, right? Apple, let's see what it's doing, because the massive upside continuation on that ticker, guys, this can lead the market towards more upside if it joins the combination of Nvidia upside, right? So if we have rhyming upside within these heavy capitalized companies, the broader markets are going to have no option but to continue to that upside, right? So Michael Anthony is asking me, which companies am I looking at, right? So I actually put them inside of the title here of today's stream. So I am definitely looking at the SPY. I'm looking at Apple, Nvidia, and I am also looking at a ticker called DG for Dollar General. One of the Arca Bulls members, my apologies for not remembering your name. And if you did point it out, I'll go ahead and give you a shout out, right? But yeah, it was a member from the Arca Bulls trading team that pointed it out and kind of put it up as like this. Hi, Quinny, what's up, baby girl? I see you in there, right? So sorry, I didn't see you. Kisses and hugs to you. And guys, I'm sorry to get distracted real quick, right? Let me go back to the team, because somebody might be telling me already that it was me. So ADSK paid off, out with a 13%. Joe H, congratulations on that, my brother. Awesome. And yeah, Chad is also saying this, guys. Check this out. So yeah, he goes, Chad was talking about a firm about a month ago. He had $40 calls for $45, right? And went up 450%. Let's go, my bro. Today was payday for my brother. And I will congratulate him on that. So congratulations to you, my bro. Super happy that you were able to do that within the Arca Bulls trading team, which obviously adds more and more value towards us, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at Apple's continuation. And I want to see if it does have validity. So I want to see the immediate short term, right? So do we have further continuation? Let me see. Goodness gracious, what the heck just happened? Yes, Quinny is right. We are definitely trading every day live, okay, you guys? So this is a potential corrective pivot on Apple. 30-minute time frame showing potential upside already, right? Nice. This is what I want to see. I want to see upside pivots on the immediate short, right? Contraction with upside. This is about to pop off some continuation to the upside, right? That's good, which means that the 30-minute time frame will likely feel it. But I want to see if anything already had an upside that could potentially get continuation. Oh, goodness gracious. Yes, it is the 4-hour time frame. A little bit of a weak pivot, but within gravitation and expansion. Okay, so that's already looking good. 6-hour time frame, firing off a massive signal on Apple. Yes, guys, yes. Immediate short-term time frame pullback on Apple before upside continuation in a volatile manner. The 8-hour time frame is about to fire its signal off too. It already has the histogram outside of the 15%. Moving average is the last component for that break and signal to fire, right? Very, very good. And look at this, right? We already have that bias kind of kink. That kink is already there. Guys, looking very, very powerful for us, right? The 8-hour time frame is also bouncing from its 50% prior bar retrace, which is already showing us that there could be upside continuation even still, right? Let's go ahead and now take a look at the 12-hour time frame. What's up with that? Nice. Look at that expansion starting on the 12-hour. We get that kink corrective pivot already kind of in line. Guys, whoa. With the signals that I'm getting here within the 6-hour, 8 and 12 are likely to feed the daily and reshift it towards that upside. This red is going to be red tomorrow, right? The color red is going to be red by the stochastic momentum indicator tomorrow. So that means further downside on this. But while the 6, 8, and 12 hours start cascading towards that upside, the daily time frame will likely start feeling the upside by Friday. No, you know what? I think it'll feel it by Monday. Sorry, Monday or Tuesday, the daily time frame will start firing. Guys, Apple is giving me signals here of a potential full-on 100%, testing all-time highs here, guys. I'm just going to put it out like that I do think Apple is headed towards those highs unless there's something incredibly bearish to happen over the broader market, okay? Sorry, guys, Labor Day is on Monday. Thank you, Ian. It is going to be a holiday, so please remember that we're going to be trading on Tuesday. So Tuesday or Wednesday, the signal here for Apple may be firing, okay? So daily time frame, I'm thinking here that Apple could pull back into this area here because there is some further downside within the immediate short term. So I think that we could put together these two areas for potential entry. I know that it's a little far away here, right? But I got to put them there because those are the two signals that I'm catching right now, right? So let's just go ahead and see. I don't think the 226 is going to get reached at all, right? I don't think so. That's not really my, after a 10-minute timeout, Frank is in the Discord. Bro, Frank, is that you really in there, man? I see you, bro. Oh, dude. All right. Let me put you in there, man. Let me put you in there, dude. It's well-deserved, right? 10 minutes. You were over there with a dunce cap, right, buddy? All right, man. You are in officially, right? Go ahead and give us a visit, right? Inside of the pit. That's where we are presently right now. Joe H, my brother, giving us for a third person to join the Arca Bulls trading team, saying, join the Discord. Don't be a Muppet, says Joe H. My brother, thank you so much for being so kind to the team. Really appreciate that. Got to put a big old love on that dono, right? And also Kirby giving us that other dono as well. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and allow one more person to enter. So if you're not already getting that free month to the trading team, let me know in the chat, right? So that I can keep you in the loop. right? Happy Torito giving us another one, and he's actually bringing in Michael Andrew 312 to join the Arca Bulls trading team. So let's go ahead and make sure that I'm sorry, is it you said Michael Andrew? Is he? Yeah. Oh, nice, man. That's very nice of you, bro. That's super nice. All right, so Michael, do me a favor. Make sure to hit the link in the chat, right? Hit that link. Make sure to tell me who you are when you reach the lounge, right? Make sure to tell me who you are when you reach the lounge, who you are in YouTube, that is, right? And then I'll get you in, right? So Michael Andrew, hit that link. Come on by. And we still have one more person to join the Arca Bulls trading team for a free month, guys. So make sure to stick around. Make sure to let me know if you would like a free month, because I don't know who you are. So now let's go ahead and continue on the analysis here, right, guys? So yeah, 2 potential zones for entry on Apple before a continuation to the upside, more reaccumulation, right? These are the receipts for that potential reloading zone. Again, the lesser probability for me is within the 226.90 to 225.78, lesser probability for sure. In fact, the higher probability for me is to reach the 228.88, maybe a little bit of a wick lower, right? Before this thing just continues to the upside. Why a wick lower? Well, because of a gap all the way to the left over there, right here. So there could be a 228.68 before this thing just continues towards the upside and starts to 50% retrace. The 50% of the prior bar would be located right about here, which is confluent to this wick high, to this candle's opening right there. Guys, all kinds of signals right there, right? So let's just go ahead and put together here a potential take profit target on that top side. And it'll be something like this, right? I would say to the 50% of the bar, 231.15 to around 231.48, right? So these would be your accumulation. These will be your accumulation targets. So get long the asset around these areas here. Remember, team, that we are talking about simulator trading only. We are not talking about anything other than training purposes, right? And your take profit targets for the immediate short, right? Maybe a two-day swing on this, right? It would be 231.15 to 231.48. Let's take a look at the stats on this. Let me put up the data cells and see. Oh, guys, yeah, this thing is moving almost $5 in average true range. There is absolute reason for this to even get down to the 225, but I'm not going to say that it is. It only could do it, right? So let's go ahead and now, so this is the play here for the Apple ticker, right? So let's just go ahead and make sure to take that screenshot. I'm giving you guys a little bit of an insight here to what we're doing in the after party, right? Because we came in a little bit earlier. So I'm going to take that screenshot, and just like I told you guys, right, I'm going to paste it inside of the Arca's plays for the week. So I'm going to go ahead and now mention everyone, right, with ticker symbol AAPL. So let me just go ahead and put the everyone there, mention, and there it's now pasted inside of the trading team. Good job, guys. Please do me a favor, team. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive, and I will be eternally thankful to you, right? Love you guys. Thank you so much for coming on out. I know it's getting late for the East Coasters here, so let's go ahead and move on and truck forward, right? Let's take a look at Nvidia here and find out what the heck the deal is within the Nvidia asset, right? Massive upside pivot here on a 15-minute time frame without any give, right? Continuing towards the upside. Let's see what that contraction is going to look like soon, right? 10-minute time frame should be all the way up there with expansion starting to happen on that 10-minute. 15-minute time frame is going to likely feel that very soon. 30-minute time frame upside pivot, very nice. And this will also start feeling that expansion. Guys, we are catching the earliest signals of potential continuation here for the Nvidia asset, right? Again, this is one of those higher lows, right? Which would kind of present a bear trap. This would not fulfill the bottom side to where a dead cat bounce can start at 116.76. In fact, it'll bear trap you, liquidity grab you, right? And have this thing continue towards an upside. Of course, resistance in the immediate short term, 5-minute time frame, 119.21, all good. But I gotta say, if this upside trend continues within the earlier time frames, guys, I do think that Nvidia could be preparing itself for a 50% prior bar retrace, which is located at around 120.19, right? So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this, this range here, right? And this one here. And I'm going to go ahead and put down a new one for you, right? 120.19 just about right there to about that resistance of 121.34 is what I'm thinking Nvidia could do leading into tomorrow. But how would that be done? Right, first of all, let's take a look at the after hours price. It's already moving 118.49 and upside, right? Closing 117.59. I'm not going to say that this doesn't have any pullback. In fact, there is a gap here. There's another gap right in here, right? That's going to be the gap between 118.55 to about 118.74. Another gap here, topping out at around that 118.05 level, 09, right? So that means that we could face a little bit of upside before facing the downside since we're so close to that 116.76. But again, where's the 12-hour? Did it resist already from those gaps or no? So here is the 118.49. Let's go back to the daily and find out to see if this is at 118.49. In fact, it's already at the bottom of the gap. So guys, this may be experiencing resistance here pretty damn soon. The resistance in the immediate short-term time frame would be that 118.49 to about this gap top right here at about 119.15 before facing a pullback down to the zone of the prior day's close to the prior day's range low. Just like this, right there. So I expect here potential entry on the asset 117.59. I'm going to put the receipts down, right? 117.59 to the bottom side of about 116.70 before getting us another upside move that can likely get us to start resisting right at around that 120.33 like we spoke of, right? All the way up to the target of that gap bottom daily time frame, right? Right about right. Come on, man. Come on, right there. 121.34, right? So pick up the market here. We're talking about a 5-point move towards the upside here. Do not get greedy here. Take the profits while they're there and run with it. Never get back to the markets what you've already accumulated, right? So very good deal indeed, right? So guys, now I want to say that this Nvidia play, sure, we still have further upside targets, but for now, guys, I'm just going to get rid of all these right here because we don't need them right now. We need to make sure that we can first get rid of a 5-point move because this is honestly moving $6.50 per day, right? So I do think that it's it doesn't mean that we can't continue towards the upside. I'm just saying that it would be fair enough to get a resistance right around there. Okay, so now this marks off the Nvidia potential play. We're going to put the arrows here suggesting what it could do, right? So we're looking at potential resistance like this, back down into the accumulation zone, and then take profit around this area right here, right? So that is the implied direction for the Nvidia play. So let's go ahead and take a screenshot of that as well, paste it into the Arca Bulls trading team and move forward, right? Of course, guys, when this live thread of analysis is done, we are going to take a look at more tickers inside of the trading team in the after party, right? So make sure to join the Arca Bulls trading team with the links that you see on the left or the link located below inside of the description, right? So let's go to the Arca's Players of the Week. Just paste it in there real quick and we will be good to go, right? So NVDA, that's going to be an at everyone, and paste the image and voila, right? So that is in. And now we can continue. Guys, I got another ticker that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And that's actually something that somebody pointed out today inside of the trading team. And that's going to be Dollar General. So this had earnings today. And the earnings, I guess, were just a massive disaster or something, which led to that. Oh my goodness, Lord. Guys, that is a Marabazoo candle, 12-hour bearish engulfing red outside true bar. That is one of the gnarliest red candles I've ever seen in my entire life. I gotta tell you, I've never seen a candle that red and that freaking consistent. It did not give anything back to nobody, right? So, oh my God in heaven, that is absolutely insane. So what I'm saying here, guys, is that there is a signal firing off on DG for continuation to the downside. And that downside signal, guys, this is what I was talking about earlier today in the trade, right? During the morning, right? And we were at around, I don't know, 95, 97, 100 or something. So guys, there is a signal that is multiple signals firing off for downside continuation to this into the macro times. Not sure what the hell happened here, but apparently it was a bad earnings report. There is news, and we're going to go over this some more inside of the Arca Bulls trading team. So I just want to tell you guys to watch out, because DG could present some nice opportunities short, right, or long puts here to benefit from that downside. So please make sure to be very careful when observing this, but this is clearly one of the strongest movers that I've seen in some time. Guys, this absolutely dropped more than 30 points. I mean, dead ass. Wow. Right? Huge drop on DG, right, guys? So keep an eye on this. Keep a specific eye on this, because there could be further downside, and it could, I mean, a Marabazoo that red and that hard, guys, I don't know, man. That shit is scary. So yeah, I want to just kind of leave that there and point it out to the team that it is a potential, right? So let's go ahead and just study this inside of the after party and see what's up. I just wanted to bring it to the public here and make sure to let them know that they're, man, I don't even know how we're going to even start analyzing this, but we'll get it. We'll see what's up, man. Yeah, money was made on that, dude. Yes. So guys, I will say thank you so much for coming on out. Make sure to hit me up, right? I am a trading instructor. Hit me up. Arca, this is at ArcMastersCourse at Gmail for the, this is going to be an 8-week beginners charting and trading mentorship program. So make sure to hit me there and make a change for your trading career, right? ArcMastersCourse. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that has a C in it, right? ArcMastersCourse at Gmail, and I will give you everything pertinent to that course, right? Disclaimer, syllabus, the whole damn package, right, guys? So yeah, with that said, team, I wish you well, and please hit me with any questions or concerns, and we shall keep it very, very, very real, team. But I love you all. Thank you for observing. Make sure to hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel. Do all that necessary stuff to get us to favor that algorithm, right? We got to finesse it and caress it, right? Love you, team. Thank you, everybody, and I will catch you very, 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 very soon. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very, very, very good night and day, and I'll catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.